Welcome to this fifth video about the Cat Show app. I'm logged in as Ring Clark, as you can see on the top right, and we are going to be providing show results. So we're basically gonna write down in our Ring catalog, in our app here, what the judge has put up as results, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So up here, next to every entry, you see this little box, and that's the box we're gonna be tapping to provide the results, the score of this cat. So let's assume the judge is judging this class, and as he goes and he's hanging his flat, so we just tap these buttons. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go and tap the little button here, or the little box next to entry number 1. I'm tapping it, and then it pulls up a screen with all the possible color results that I can give a cat. So which is basically 1 through 5. It can be absent, presentation only. The judge can withhold on it. You can disqualify the cat. If there's more than 5 cats in the color, I will just put this little slash to indicate that it was not in the top 5 of the color. And if there's a huge class and I want to keep track of which ones have been judged and which ones haven't been, I can use this little dot. You don't have to, but it is a good way to track large classes to make sure that every cat has been judged before color results are being hung. Now, and the last one here, the last option I have is to do a transfer of this cat. Let's go ahead with the simple use cases. I'm going to go and give this cat best of color. Now, what happens in the app, as you can see, we're talking about this Berman here. He was alone in his breed, alone in his division, alone in his color. I made him best of color, and the app automatically makes him best of division and best of breed. Because that's mechanically logical, and he's not competing with anybody else in his breed. Now the same is going to happen here to the Himalayan when I give him best of color. Here we go again. I just do best of color, and he gets everything. And as you can see, the app adds a line for best of division breed and adds the catalog number next to it. Now for the Maine Coons here, there's multiple cats in the breed. In this case, there's only one in this division. Let's see what happens if I give him best of color. There you go. I give him best of color. He's also getting best of division, and the app is writing down best of division entry number 3. Now, as you can see, the results that we're writing down next to each cat correspond to the layout of the flats being used in the Tika show system. So the blue one, best of color, black one, best of division, and so on. The last one you see on top here is basically the gold, silver, bronze for best, second, and third in the breed. Now, let's go down a little bit more. As you can see, entry number 4 was entered as a cream classic tabby and has been transferred to brown spotted tabby. And this is what that looks like in your catalog. So the original spot where this cat is listed like this. Then you transfer it to somewhere else. The app will insert it again here. All right, so that way if the judge asks you, hey, at some point if you forgot to inform him, hey, is number 4 not here? You can immediately see it in the spot where he is seeing it in his judge's book, and you can say, no, well, that cat was transferred to wherever it is transferred to. All right, let's go ahead and mark this cat with best of color as well. There we go. He becomes best of division. And then here, let's do something else. Let's say this cat was absent in this particular ring, and this cat was presentation only in this particular ring. Now, what happens is, in this division, no best of division appears because neither one of these cats qualify to compete. This one is absent and this one is presentation only, so he cannot be awarded. And then let's scroll up a little bit. That means we have one Maine Coon number 3 here, a second Maine Coon number 4. Both of them were best in division, and the app knows there's 2 Maine Coons that qualify for getting results. So he's putting 2 lines here for best of breed and second best of breed. So when I click on best of breed here, it gives me the option to pick number 3, who was best of division in the traditional solid division, or I can pick number 4, who was best of division in the traditional tabby division. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the tabby. Here we go. And my second best of breed, I click here. He now offers me both again because I can change my mind. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to pick number 3 as my second best. There we go. And now I've scored this breed. All right, so let's do a few more examples. Again here, a cat which is alone. Let's assume he's getting withheld on, so he's not getting any results. As you can see, there is no automatic best in division, best of breed, because this cat does not qualify. Now, ragdolls, let's go and judge these ragdolls. The method best of color. And then here's something interesting. We now have a class of three cats in the same color. So best, second best, third best is typically what would happen. Let's do that. So let's say this cat was second best in color, that cat was number 11 was best in color, and number 12 was third best in color, right? So that's one way of doing that. Now I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to go on top here, clear results. So I'm going to clear these results out, clear them out, and we're going to do this a little bit differently. Never mind. I was thinking to do something, but apologies. I'm going to quickly just do first, second, and third again. I'm going to show you something else first. Here we go. So this is best of colors, second best of colors, third best of color. Now if you realize you made a mistake and this is actually second and this one is first, I'm just going to go here, make this cat first, and what it will do, it will take this cat, inject it in first position, and it will push that one down. So I'm going to make that one first, and what happens is this one becomes first, that one that was first becomes second, third stays third. So it is smart in that way that if you make a mistake you don't have to redo everything. Alright, let's go ahead and score these remaining two cats in the division with best of color. And now, as you can see, we have here a best of division. And we can typically click down here and award any of these colors as best of division. But I'm going to show you something else. Instead of doing this, which is the normal way you would do it in your paper catalog, there is something else you can do. Let's assume that the judge is going with number 11 here as his best of division. So he walks up to the cat and sticks that black flat on the cage. You can actually, you're scrolling through your pages here because you might have a huge class. What you can also do is click here instead of here, click on this second box that has appeared now, which is basically going to ask you, hey, this cat, is it best, second, or third best of division? Let's assume he just hung the black flat, right? So I'm going to click this one. And this cat is now, you see, we basically put a black flat on this cat's cage. And what happens is down here, the app then writes down the catalog number in best of division. So you have two ways of marking this. You can either do it here the way you're used to in your catalog, or if you're scrolling through the pages as the judge is walking by the cages and maybe you have huge classes, you can just tap down here and make a cat second or third in division. Now let's try to make a mistake. So this one is our best in division. Let's see what we can hang up here. Oh, I was going to make him second best of division, but unfortunately that is not possible. So the app actually knows what is mechanically possible and won't let you make a mistake. Let's go down here for second best of division and see if we can squeeze number 12 in there as second best of division, right? As you can see, we cannot, because as second best of division, we're still getting the best of colors for each color, and only for this color we're getting the best of color and the second best of color, because the best of color is already the best of division. So basically you're only being offered the entries that are mechanically possible. So let's go ahead and pick that one, and then for the last one we're going to pick number 14. It doesn't really matter. So these are the two ways to mark your catalog when it comes to division. Now in breed the same thing is possible. Once you've done a whole breed, you can again come down here and score it like I showed you. But as you can see, a third icon popped up here, and you will see it only pops up next to the cats which are in division results. So basically cats that are eligible to become best of breed. So in this case you have to be in the division. In these cases obviously the cat is in the division. In this case obviously the cat is in the division because it was alone. So when you go down here, any cat that has a third box could theoretically become can end up in the breed. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one, best of breed. So I'm marking it up here, right? You see that? Now let's go down here and do the same here. As you can see, it also shows you here, this is the best of breed. I'm going to pick the second best of division here as best of breed. And now you see here, I now have the third best of division, but I'm going to go with this one with number 15. There we go. And that is how you can now see that this breed is scored. So again, you can, for the breed also, you can do it through this third button here, or you can do it as you're used to in your catalog down here. That is pretty much what I wanted to show you. There is one other thing that is interesting to see. So let's go ahead quickly and score these long hair kittens, all of them, and let's just make them, let's make that class complete. There we go. So now we've scored the entire long hair kitten class, and let's skip to the short hair kitten class, because there is one thing I want to show you. And let's scroll to the top here. We have 3 Bengals. Abby, we're just quickly going to give him a score. We have 3 Bengals here. Now let's see what happens if I give best of color to this cat. I'm forgetting this cat, and I'm giving best of color to this cat, right? So this cat is best in his color and his division. And I basically want to hang my breed because I'm done, right? I forgot to score this cat, but let's try. I click on breed here, nothing happens. Oh, it's disabled. Oh, I scroll. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mark the division, right? So try to tap on the division. Nothing happens. So what is occurring here is basically the app is making sure that you're not forgetting any cat. So if there's a division that you cannot score yet, it means you haven't scored all the cats within that division. So here I'm going to go ahead and tap this, and then I can complete the breed as well. See? So the app is actually making sure that you're not forgetting any entries, and that all the entries are being scored before you can complete any class, whether it is a color, whether it is a division class or whether it is a breed class. Now, the same is true for the final, and to show you that, I'm going to quickly score the remainder of these cats. And before I do that, there is one other thing I want to show you. I'm going to do that with this Burmese. All right, let's say the Burmese is being transferred, right? We haven't done a transfer yet, or disqualified. Let's do a disqualification. Right, when we do a disqualification, a second box pops up here, and if I click that, it's giving me all kinds of reasons why a cat can be disqualified. So let's assume that in this case, I don't know, the cat has bitten me. There we go, biting. So this is now stored here. This is important because the executive office needs to know why a cat was disqualified. Because, for example, in the case of biting, if that occurs 3 times, the cat is no longer eligible to show. Right, so that's why that is there. Now on the bottom one, which is a brown mackerel tabby, of course, Toiger, let's see if we can transfer that cat to something else. So the cat is in short hair kitten, Toiger, and so on, but let's say it's a short hair cat because he's not, let's assume he's not 7 months old, but he's 8 months old, right? Somebody made a mistake and they say, okay, it needs to be transferred. They didn't go to the Master Clark, they're just telling you, so in your ring you're going to transfer this cat. Okay, moving it to short hair cat, and I'm updating its age to 8 months, and I'm going to save it. Alright, then what happens here is my catalog now gets marked with, hey, entry number 59 is transferred to short hair cats, right? So now I have scored all the entries in my classes. Short hair kittens and long hair kittens have been done, and on the bottom here you now see kitten final. I'm going to quickly go to the long hair kittens, scroll to the bottom of the page, and as you can see there is nothing here. If this were a specialty ring, I would see long hair kitten final here. Since it is an all braid ring, it's putting the final page at the end of my short hair class. So here it says kitten final. It doesn't say long hair or short hair, it's all braid kitten final. And when I click this little plus on the right hand side, the final opens, right? So I'm gonna just quickly close that again, and on this cat here on 59, I'm gonna clear the result. So I'm gonna pretend like I haven't written down anything. So I've scored all the cats, but I've forgotten Burmese, and I'm going to the final now, and I'm gonna open the final, and it's gonna tell me I cannot do that because I still need to do something with entry number 58, right? So I'm gonna go here, and this way I cannot start my final before I have judged all the cats in this class. So this is an extra check, mechanical check, to make sure that you're not forgetting anything, right? And once all of that is done, then you can go ahead and start marking your final, but that is a topic for another video. Thank you very much.